Getting in front of the camera as an introvert is not an easy move, and I've been happily behind the scenes of big personal brands for years. But I realized that while avoiding the camera is very comfortable, it was also costing me the opportunity to be discovered by my dream clients. And it's especially important now where trust is depleting and human connection is in demand. So in this video, I'll share the 3 biggest hurdles that I've experienced getting in front of the camera and how I've overcome them. The first hurdle is the spotlight effect. This is a psychological phenomenon where we overestimate how much people notice about us. Think like when you trip in public and you think that everyone on the street saw it and is now laughing about it. The reason this hyper self-awareness occurs when we're recording content is because we're speaking to a camera. And speaking to a camera doesn't provide the feedback someone would give you in a normal conversation. So you're in your own little echo chamber and you end up over-analyzing what you're saying or what you're doing on camera, wondering how the viewer on the other side is responding to it, which can create this nasty cycle where you become more nervous, which makes you notice more of your mistakes, which makes you more nervous, and you either have a horribly difficult time trying to finish the video, or you just quit recording in general. So the first thing that helped me develop more comfort on camera was just putting in easy reps. Just the same way that if you want to get stronger and you go to the gym, you have to start with the smaller weights and work your way up. So I started with posting stories on Instagram because they're very informal and they're gone in 24 hours. Then after I got more comfortable with just getting on camera and posting to my stories, I started doing short form videos and posting those to my feed. And now I've worked my way up to this longer form YouTube stuff. The second thing that's really helpful to know just mentally is that there's a benefit to pre-recording video because you can edit out the mistakes. When you're recording content, you are allowed to mess up during the video. Just keep the video running, say your thought again, and then edit out all of the mistakes because no one's going to know. But there's one particular hurdle that has to be addressed before getting in front of the camera, and that is not knowing what content to make. You're here because you know you need to be on camera to be able to build a brand that supports the growth of your business. But just the confidence to get on camera alone isn't enough if you don't know what you're going to talk about. And there's a simple 2-part process to unlocking the first level of your content strategy. The first thing that we have to do is learn about our avatar, the person that you can serve the best. What are their problems? What are their goals? What are their demographic details? You want to uncover as much as you can and even go to the extent of naming this person so that when you do get on camera, you are talking to that one person, which also takes away a bit of that pressure of us thinking that we're talking to a large group of people on the internet when we can sit down, know that we've named our avatar Jessica, and we can make a video for Jessica. But again, uncovering who our avatar is just step 1 of this 2-part process. The second step is once I knew who I wanted to make content for, I used tools like Answer the Public to find the questions being asked around my topic. So if I am in this space of personal branding, I could go on to Answer the Public, type in personal branding, and then I would see all of the top searched questions around this topic. And then I would create videos providing solutions and answers to those questions. But now there's an even better way to do it. With AI, you can take your avatar, put those details into ChatGPT, and just ask ChatGPT what problems your avatar is facing, and it'll give you even more insight and suggestions around the content that your avatar wants to hear about. So again, this two-part process is one, knowing your avatar. What are their demographic details? What are their problems? What are their goals? And then even naming them so that you again have this mental comfort that you're just talking to that one person on the other side of the camera. You're not talking to millions of people on the internet. And then the second component to that is uncovering what questions they have and what things they want to learn more about, and using, yes, Answer the Public to do some research on that, but also just putting everything you know about your avatar into AI and asking AI what else you need to know about your avatar and what content you can create to help serve them to overcome their problems and achieve their goals. And then moving forward, when an idea pops into mind, you can ask yourself, would this video help my avatar? And so now you're never getting on the camera wondering if what you're about to say is going to be helpful, because you've already done the research on your avatar and you already know that this is information that they want, which will again help you get on camera with more confidence to be able to hit record. So now, even if you're feeling more comfortable with being on camera and you know what content you want to create, there is still one massive hurdle that prevents many of us from hitting publish. The third hurdle is the fear of judgment. If you are concerned that people aren't going to like what you say and that there will be negative responses, my answer to that is you're right. You are going to have people not agree with you or straight up dislike you, because it's impossible to be liked by everyone. And I actually got to experience this before I even made content. I was the behind the scenes guy building my dad's personal brand and information business, and this was super helpful because I got to see that even with all his media notoriety and the stages or the podcasts that he was getting invited onto, I would still hear plenty of people in the back of the room voicing their displeasure for him. Or when I was managing his social media, I'd see it in the comments, the DMs, on his ads, which allowed me to see firsthand that even though he was successful, he was helpful, and he always showed up with 100% commitment, there were always people that disliked him and there was nothing you could do about it. So when I started making content and started to receive negative comments or messages, it wasn't a surprise to me. I already knew it was coming, and that it wasn't necessarily because I'd done something wrong. It was just that these weren't my people. Also, the negative Nancies tend to be a lot louder. Your avatar who values what you're sharing typically is quietly enjoying it and sizing up the opportunity of working with you. Whereas the negative Nancy, they're just out there blasting messages. So as long as you know that speaking to the camera is a skill that requires reps, that the content you're making is serving your avatar, and that you will receive negativity along the way, you'll be absolutely fine. And if you're ready to take that first step in building your brand, you might want to check out this video right over here.